Welcome to another installment of the Quick Cartography series. I'm your host, Joseph S. Samaniego, and I'm going to do a couple of the key landmarks that are found in pretty much every fantasy map. I'm going to start with mountains. I'm going to start with the Sharpie real quick just to show you a little difference between some of the pens. So with the Sharpie, here I'm just doing the shading on a basic triangle shape. And I like the Sharpie because it gives me a finer line. This one is a little bit more temperamental to work with just because you can put it down and it may take you a couple little tries, but it gets work. So this is my usual pen. You'll see this has a thicker line, not too much, but just enough noticeable, and it's a little easier to do the shading on the side. I like to do my shading traditionally on the right side. I don't know if that's because I'm right-handed. That was not really as good as some of the others I've done. And I like to do my mountains. I don't like having standalone mountains. The Lonely Mountain, I know it's great for storytelling, but I like to do a little mountain chain. Geographically, that's what makes sense. But you know what? Whatever works for your mountains. Just do a couple shapes, hide them in there, and kind of smooth it out. Doesn't have to be perfect, especially when you're doing draft, and I'm just doing a quick, hence the quick cartography. Just some quick little practice drawings. Probably need more practice. Could all use more practice. But this is just something I like to do just for fun, kind of doodle. And I've always loved to have mountain landscapes. They're just great to have. And here you got just a nice little mountain chain that I worked up real quick. Going to a little bit of the shading just to give it a little bit more depth. It's great when you can look at this on a finished product, which I will put up eventually when I finish a good one, and you can see the definition. And so back to the Sharpie, because I do like it, and you can see it, and there you go. That's some of the issues I had when I first get it started, but you do a couple quick rotates, usually it works pretty well. Now, like I said, the Sharpie gives me such a finer, thin line. I can kind of do a little bit more wispy motions with the mountains, which I actually do enjoy. I prefer the other one for when I'm going over pencil marks than the Sharpie. But both of them are pretty good for that. And there you got a little bit more closer mountains. It's a good little range, honestly. It's when you're doing hand-drawn mountains, the little imperfections make it kind of more personal to the artist and to the subject. So next up, I'm gonna do a couple trees. Now trees can look in various shapes. I've shown you my cloud, which I'll do here. Here we can do the single, so this deciduous tree, quick little small cloud almost, and a little trunk. Got a little pine tree, an evergreen, fir, whatever you want to call them. And those are just kind of just some lines sketched out with the trunk at the bottom. And here's my favorite, which is the cloud. Definitely not taking credit for it. It's just the one I like to use the most. I saw it in many places on mini maps, and I thought that was one of the best ways to do a forest. So I like doing it. And I encourage others to just find out what you like best and go with that one. And then, of course, there's this one, which is the multiple circles together. You can kind of give a little definition by making a more cloud shape. And then you put the little trunks on the more visible ones. And that's also good for us. I've seen that a lot too, and I really like it. I just don't have the patience for it. So the one thing I'm really the worst at, and please forgive the blurring, is towns. Usually I put a dot. Maybe I'll put a triangle, something. This is just representing a little house. Maybe it's a little village. It doesn't have to be a big town, just a little village. And then we can have the other one, which is maybe it's a bigger little village or bigger little town. Maybe that's a keep. And then for the larger cities, if I do this type of method and I don't go with a circle, what I'll usually do is do a castle and just do your typical stereotypical castle. 2 towers in the middle of a gatehouse. So that's it for today's quick cartography. Hope you've enjoyed, and just keep practicing, as will I. Take care. If you've enjoyed this video or any others, please like it and feel free to subscribe. for more to come. Thank you.